Hey, what's up, guys? Here with my friend Kennedy. He's a professional UFC fighter doing the Hockett ozone therapy today. And if you're not familiar with the Hockett as far as ozone therapy goes, what it is ozone O3 versus oxygen O2, which helps expedite healing at the cellular level in the body. So it just really speeds things up when it comes to recovery, whether it's for fitness, overall recovery from working out, maybe you have an injury, maybe you're doing it for an anti-aging standpoint, skin health, detoxification, weight loss. 30 minutes in this can burn anywhere from 400 to 600 calories per session. So there's a lot going on. And so I'll go a little bit more in depth on this, but I wanted to, just give you this is about what, your fourth time doing this?
Fourth time.
Yeah, his fourth time doing this. And what we were looking at too, from a professional as far as an athlete standpoint, is how can we help the body heal quicker so when it comes to performance, has more energy, the body's just doing what it should do as far as improved blood flow. Doing this each session will increase your blood flow by 349%. Now, that's a lot. A lot of people don't think about this, but when we're trying to get our body to more or less get the result, we want improved blood flow because it carries the nutrients to where it needs to be. It improves the way the cells in general, the body functions, healing, and everything's all about the blood flow. And so that's why I wanted to really introduce this, because you got a lot going on at once. And so when someone gets into this, it's kind of like a wet sauna. You can tell he's kind of sweating right now. We have this right now set at 37 degrees Celsius, which is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, about 40% ozone on each side. So I'll go a little bit more on that. But it's really the connectivity of everything together when you're getting your systems working together. And so right now, being at the 100 degrees, what happens when you get into this, because we preheated it for about 10 minutes here, and it's really cool. You can't see it right now, but it's got lights changing in there while he's in there. It's called chromotherapy. So the lights are changing, hitting different photon receptors within our cells. So a different activation from the cellular level. But when we heat this up, the steam releases and connects with carbon dioxide. In the back, I've got a CO2 tank. That connection with carbon dioxide creates what's called carbonic acid. So increased dilation, vasodilation of your blood vessels. So the more blood flow that we have, then obviously we can get more ozone to these areas in the body. So a lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of times, other than just your basic arteries where we carry blood to whether it's the muscles or different parts of the body, you have what's called capillaries, and then even a little deeper level called microcapillaries. Well, due to either toxic buildup, maybe tightness in the body, or the body's just inefficiency to do its job, it doesn't get that actually nutrients to the area of the body that it needs. So this is it's really powerful when I say increases blood flow by 349%, because again, you want all your systems activating at once, and that's the power of the Hockett here. Also, it's got attached to it infrared therapy. So at the same time, he's getting infrared light therapy, which again helps speed up from a little bit similar. You go out into the sun, you get some of the healthy sun rays. So that's where infrared light therapy comes into play at healing or I would say getting activation at different parts of your body, from the skin to the muscles to deeper at the cellular level. And it's also got microcurrent as far as stimulation goes, electrical stimulation. And then also the chromotherapy, where it's changing the light. So a lot going on all at once. It's just the power of all of it connected, where we're thinking in layers of the body. I always tell people, it's like, don't get too caught up in just the superficial stuff. Now, yes, nutrition's good, working out's great, but when you really want to expedite the possibilities of what your body has, because we all have the capability to do a lot more of that potential, we just got to tap into it. And you're tapping into all these resources at once, because it's not just saying, oh, I'm eating healthy, getting the nutrients in there, or getting the ozone in this case in there. No, I'm saying I'm opening up those blood vessels so I have more blood flow to get ozone to more areas of the body, and then also utilize the power of the different resources. So also, I didn't mention this, you can't see this, I had the PMF therapy hooked up to it, so pulse electric magnetic field therapy. What that does is, now that we also dilate the blood vessels, we have blood flow, nutrients getting to where it needs to be, now we say, okay, cell, we want you to do your job. So it's a cell membrane that's positive and negative, that cell membrane, that we want it to allow that ozone, the nutrients to get in there, and the toxins, waste to get out. So a lot of things going on at once. We're just setting the body up for success. I call it stacking. Before this, he had a hydration drink. So, it's just little things like that we think about, like, hey, how can we improve the efficiency and get the most out of the tools, the resources that we're using here to get the body to do its own job. And so, yeah, Kenny, I know you've been doing this for a while. Let me move this.
I'm just blown away by the results. And I encourage you guys, and I urge you guys to please come in here and get some sessions. Take advantage of this machine. It's awesome. It's just beyond its time, and I'm gonna keep getting this session as much as I can, because the benefits is mind blowing.
Yeah, Kennedy's been here. This is his fourth time doing this, and the first time we did this, I'll post results online as far as you can see it if he'll let me. The water, and that's what the big thing is. You can't see it right now, but when we do our detoxing and I empty this, you can see how much is coming out of the body, and that's a good thing because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want that, I don't want to see that. You want to get some of those toxins out of your system. And we stacked this actually the last time where we did the hyperbaric chamber right here to the side, and then the ozone. So obviously he did a lot more. I would say a lot more fluid retention or release as far as what was building up in the body and detox. But last time he did this, I noticed a dramatic difference, and I think he saw it as well. How cloudy the water was, so it was a lot clearer. Do you remember?
Yes, it was very cloudy last time I did it, and I guess every time I did it, I just detoxed more. And by my third session, I believe so, it was super clear, which was indicating how much I've detoxed and how clean my body was.
Yeah, it's really cool when you see that because the visual and the experience to see how cloudy the water can go from what we're detoxing the body to how crystal clear it can be over a period of time. Now, some people ask, how many sessions do I need to do? And so that can be a little bit of a diving in a little bit more on someone's history, kind of what they're dealing with. This in general, depending on the condition someone's using it for, some people have severe health issues. Maybe a disease, maybe it's mold exposure, Lyme disease, autoimmune, cancer, post-cancer. They're just going through where they really have to get a lot of detoxification of the body. Or just in general, it may be like in his case, he's trying to improve the efficiency of how his body operates because he's at that high level of athleticism, working out, recovery type stuff. So it comes to really the result that someone's trying to get out of this. And also, you can tailor it to however many sessions. So I would say on average, most people that come into this, if you're for the most part an active, healthy individual that's going through this, I believe personally, just from the experience and knowing what all is involved with this, that it is worth at least doing 10 sessions, give or take, to start out with, to just reset your body. And again, when I say reset, you're trying to improve the efficiency, get those toxins out of the body, improve the efficiency of the blood flow throughout the body, go in there and heal those at the cellular level, get things really back in check, and also not just in check to where it was before, but performing at a higher level. Again, tapping into more resources all at once. And then you start to see the power of this moving forward of how your body operates, how it functions. And so just at a higher level. Because what ends up happening over a period of time, it's subtle, but the signs and symptoms people deal with, whether it's general fatigue, irritability, maybe just in general they have that brain fog, or a little bit of moving into the symptoms, the weight gain, the inflammation, the pain. You're just looking at it from a different factor here, that you're trying to say, you know what, body, you're capable of doing a lot, but let's go in there and get it back to operating at its fullest potential. So yeah, so in Kenny's case here, as an athlete, he's looking at more from the recovery aspect. As an age, that will depend on, typically high school or older. Typically there's a certain age limit that you don't want to go too young as an adult, unless, again, with the doctor's guidance or maybe a health issue that you're dealing with. So there's more to it. There's a lot going on here. So there's no claims to any kind of medical cures or anything like that with this device. But at the end of the day, what you are working on is just similar to you being intentional with your results. Same thing you would do with eating healthy, same thing you do with working out. You're just taking your health and your fitness to a whole nother level. And that's all about this. And I didn't really tap into it, but when someone's thinking also anti-aging, I want to say, hey, a lot of times a lot of people, they get to a point in their life where they tend to, because it's subtle and it's happened over a period of time, decades, to kind of just knock it off as aging. Well, there is definitely a part of the aging process, but a lot of times you don't have to deal with a lot of the symptoms that you're experiencing, because you want to know that there's the ability to get your systems to keep doing what they're doing long term, so that you can live a more fulfilled quality life and not deal with a lot of the general, what we call like aches and stiffness, the pain, some of the fatigue, a lot of just inability to sleep. So going to anti-aging skin health on this, it's very very intriguing when you see the pictures of what people have done with skin health on this, because again, people don't think about this, but your skin is one of the largest organs in the body. And when you can go in there and not only improve the efficiency of the detox in the body and the way your systems are working, you're also improving the skin health itself. So again, these are all factors when it comes to how efficient your body operates. There's a lot to the body. I always tell people that the body's in a lot more layers down deep to what you really think about. And that's what you're trying to do, is tap into those other resources that you haven't. So
Yes, and one more thing, guys. People may wonder, is he just doing it because he's an athlete? Not at all. I'm doing it just for the investments in my body and increasing the longevity and quality of my life. So don't just think I'm just doing it because I'm an athlete. That's just one part of it. But to keep yourself in tip-top shape and good condition is very vital for longevity in life.
yeah, it's so true. And thanks for sharing that, because I've had multiple clients come in here for different reasons. And a lot of business professionals, they're just trying to stay on top of their game productivity wise, because a lot of people don't, when you realize that you're getting their systems as far as detoxing, brain health, stuff like that, because everything connects throughout the body. Everything's connected head to toe. And then some people have come in here because of for pain. There's just everyone's in a different situation, what they're working on. But at the end of the day, the nice thing about this is it can be tailored to your needs and set up as far as the settings on here to change, whether it's the modalities of it, whether it's how the warmth of it, the heat, and how that connects with the percentage of the ozone or the infrared light, the microcurrent, the PMF therapy that he's doing right now. So either way, it's a powerful tool. And I just want to thank Kenny for being here and sharing this video too, because I like just hearing everyone's different experience, what they're using it for, but also how we can improve your overall human function performance.
Yes, sir. The testimonials go on and on and on. And I'm just happy to be part of this. I mean, this is this is the only machine in Dallas.
There's other ones. I'm not sure that they're the exact same thing as this as far as all the setups that I've seen so far. There are older versions. So either way, ozone therapy is really what the main piece of this is. Being said, with the newer model, there's more setups to it, modalities that you can do, so you can activate more systems. So yes, there's other ozone therapy within the Dallas area, but this one in general, I believe, from what I've seen so far, there may be some other ones out there, but in this general area. But as far as all the connectivity, so if you haven't tried ozone therapy and or you have questions on it, let's connect here at Human Function Performance. I'd love to share some more ideas, because it's newer still for a lot of people. It's not newer meaning that it's just ozone therapy itself. It's been out for a long time, so there's a lot of great resources out there on it when you look into it. But I think in general, knowing myself being in the biohacking, health and wellness, physical therapy, anti-aging space, it's newer to a lot of people as far as use for themselves. They've typically, a lot of people will look at more on the medical side of like, oh, I've got a disease I'm dealing with, or a wound, or some kind of issue that they're trying to heal from that aspect of it. But I think it's newer to the concept, just like biohacking is, of how we use it for muscle repair, recovery as an athlete, anti-aging, all the different factors in there that improve the efficiency of how your body operates.
Yeah, it's amazing, man, guys. I'm perplexed, man, about how this machine functions. It's just applying multiple things at once, and they're just helping healing the body from the inside out. And as I said, I'm just happy to be here and participate in this, because at the end of the day, I'm just making investments in my body, not just now that I'm young, but for older age, keeping the body function properly and appropriately.
So you see where you got it. Obviously, the result is very important to him, and he's starting to sweat more as we're going through this. So we're gonna wrap it up here. I know he's almost done with his session, and I just wanted to give y'all a little bit more in depth on the Hawkett ozone therapy itself, what it can do for you. There's a lot more to it. Obviously, as time wise, let's connect and get more into it on the results, and what someone would use this for and how they can use it with their overall program. Sometimes I always tell people it's just being more intentional with your health. You're going to get to a certain point in your life where you start looking at the nutrition, you start looking at the exercise, but then you learn about it and you go, okay, what's next? How can I get more in tune with my body and the way it operates, the efficiency of it? So, if you'd love to learn more and or come and check it out here at Human Function Performance, let's connect. I believe this is an amazing tool, a resource, not obviously the only one out there, but when it comes to your longevity and your health span, when you look at I call power plays, and that's just where you can come in here and you can look at the devices, the tools that are out there that are going to give you the result the fastest in the healthiest way, but also the safest way, to where you can not only speed up the result you're looking for, but also see the efficiency of when it comes to optimizing your human function performance. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, guys.